Reflecting on the freshly concluded DAIMA, it's evident that it has found a cherished place within the Dragon Ball universe. Not only did it enrich the canon, but it also introduced some delightful, lasting villains of the, even when initial apprehension surrounded its debut, it managed to impress many fans. The classic Dragon Ball series, the villains in Daima range from comical to truly menacing. Characters such as the Gendarmerie Force and Majin Du evoke nostalgia for fans fond of the best aspects of Dragon Ball Z. On the other hand, characters like Harinzu and Goma demonstrate that Dragon Ball Daima could also introduce fresh characters who are just as cool. First appearance, Dragon Ball Daima, episode 14, Taboo. In the latter part of Dragon Ball Daima, I encountered an elite military force for the first time, the Gendarmerie Force. They're a top-tier unit handpicked by Goma to ward off any, impending threats. Reminiscent of the Super Sentai genre, this group seems to draw inspiration from the Frieza saga, but with a twist. Unlike the original Ginyu Force during the Frieza saga, who were indeed formidable adversaries, these newcomers offer a unique take on the concept. In this scenario, the Gendarmerie rarely get a chance to project an image of coolness due to their swift defeat film. To make matters worse, they are financially strapped and can't even afford treats for Majin Ku and Majin Du. These villains barely last seconds before being defeated by Kid Vegeta. They end up at the bottom of the rankings because although they provide entertainment, they're never a serious threat to pose any danger. First appearance, Dragon Ball Daima, episode 4, Chatty. Instead of the regular trope, it was the common Gendarmerie who made superior antagonists compared to the Z fighters. In an unusual twist on the rule of inverse ninja, their large numbers posed a danger to the Z fighters when they were confined in their youthful forms. Even during their debut, their immense strength forced Goku and the Supreme Kai to retreat instead of engaging in combat. Towards the finale of the series, I found that the gendarmes remained a minor yet persistent challenge for the heroes. Their weaponry, designed to incapacitate and immobilize foes, made for some genuinely nerve-wracking encounters when the Z fighters were overpowered by them, often. It's no secret that even moderately skilled foot soldiers can strike fear into the hearts of the bravest heroes. First appearance, Dragon Ball Daima, episode 1, Conspiracy. As Goma's trusted confidant, I, Big Asu, stood in stark contrast to my brother Shin. While he embodied purity and virtue, I was more cunning and manipulative. My ambition burned brightly, aiming for a position of power as second in command over the demon worlds. Together with Goma, we orchestrated his masterful plan to diminish the Z fighters, a move I believed would give us an edge in our ongoing conflict. In the event the Z fighters traced our steps, I even assisted in the abduction of Dende, using him as a strategic hostage throughout. Degasu consistently provided entertainment. Yet it was unexpected that he remained so faithful to Goma, and not once did he consider betraying his boss, not even in the face of the Z fighters. When faced with a challenge, he resorted to using Dende as a negotiating tool to persuade the Z fighters to yield, despite being unable to fight back himself. First appearance, Dragon Ball Daima Episode 1, Conspiracy. Um, in the demon world, Tamagami number 3 is not so much a full-blown villain, but rather a formidable antagonist. When Goku was still young, he offered him opportunities to avoid conflict, yet ultimately chose to confront him seriously. Uh, Despite this, he presented one of the Z Fighters' more challenging hurdles during their quest to return to normalcy. Some speculate that he was among the toughest obstacles they faced. In the battle against Tamagami 3, Goku found himself facing a tenacious foe who pushed him to be serious from the get-go. With his rage form, Tamagami 3 came close to driving Goku back, even after he transformed into a Super Saiyan. However, once Goku shifted into Super Saiyan 2, Tamagami number 3 quickly conceded defeat. First appearance, Dragon Ball Daima, Episode 1, Conspiracy. Among the initial trio of Tamagamis, the first one isn't quite as frequently highlighted compared to the other two. Despite each being designed to fail, it is number 3 that debuts first, and number 2 who pushes Vegeta into Super Saiyan 3. And given these circumstances, he remains a
formidable adversary worthy of equal respect.
In my opinion, I go toe-to-toe with both Majin Ku and Majin Du, showing my dominance under regular conditions. However, it wasn't until Majin Du was truly inspired that he managed to outdo me in one of the most thrilling battles ever seen in the series. Now, even after I suffered a defeat, I left behind a riddle so complex, only a mathematical genius like Majin Ku could solve it. Living up to my name, I might have been the top guardian of all Dragon Ball's protectors who were inside. First appearance, Dragon Ball Daima, Episode 1, Conspiracy. Immediately following the Z Fighters' transformation into children, Glorio's proposition to guide them into the demon realm seemed unusually timely. As early as the 4th episode, this was hinted at Saturn. However, his true loyalties remained obscured until halfway through the series when he finally disclosed his real superior. It turned out that Glorio had been employed by Irinsu to assist the Z Fighters in recovering the Dragon Balls from the Demon Realm, all with the ulterior motive of seizing them for himself later. When Glorio discloses allegiance with Irinsu, viewers witness a short yet thrilling skirmish between him and Goku, though Glorio was capable of standing ground against a younger Goku. He proved to be a more tormented antagonist than many others. And struggling to betray the colleagues he collaborated with for years, Glorio relinquishes his position within Irinsu to grant a wish that rejuvenates Goku and their group back to the original ages. His internal turmoil adds depth to his character, but his swift choice to rejoin the Z Fighters keeps him ranked 5th. First appearance, Dragon Ball DAIMA episode 11, Legend. In a different wording, Arinsu's second endeavor resulted in Majin Ku, who appears harmless but possesses immense power. And interestingly, while Arinsu's first creation, Tamakami #1, managed to give him a modest challenge, Ku proved capable of overpowering him after having a satisfying meal. In combat, Ku exhibits abilities similar to Majin Buu, as his elastic form serves both for offense and defense. Firmly devoted, Majin Buu showed no hesitation when ordered to battle Goku by Arensu. His primary flaw, however, is an excessive love for snacks that causes him to tire prematurely. If not for this weakness, it's intriguing to speculate who might have emerged victorious in a prolonged fight between Majin Buu and Goku. First appearance, Dragon Ball DAIMA, episode 1, Conspiracy. As a diehard fan, I must say that Tamagami #2 stole the show among all the Tamagami warriors. Keeper of the Demon Realm's 2-star orb, this incredible warrior challenged Vegeta to prove his worthiness. It was quite a spectacle, as both characters mirrored each other in their unyielding arrogance. And #2 even took it upon himself to mock Vegeta during combat, making for an epic confrontation that left us on the edge of our seats. What made him shine uniquely was his creator, Neva, granting him extra power, and with a significant enhancement in strength, he pushed Vegeta to the brink and came very close to winning the fight. However, Vegeta found reserves deep within himself and activated a form that fans of Dragon Ball Z have been eagerly awaiting for years. Super Saiyan 3, even though Tomodachi #2 was eventually overpowered, it provided fans with one of the most iconic moments in Dragon Ball DAIMA. First appearance, Dragon Ball Demon episode 1, Conspiracy. In the narrative of Dragon Ball DAIMA, Arinsu stands out as the most exceptional female antagonist, orchestrating almost all the events in an intricate dance. From manipulating Goma into assaulting the Z Fighters to deploying Glorio for the collection of Demon Realm's Dragon Balls, she skillfully directs the series events with precision and finesse, and leaving little room for error, room which, instead of the fantastic procedure, skillful is, in fact, fear. If Glorio hadn't double-crossed her at the last moment, Arinsu would have effortlessly attained her objectives and ascended to rule the Demon Realm. However, she was unable to become the ultimate antagonist, as she collaborated with the Z Fighters in defeating Goma, thus earning a semi-heroic status by the end. What's truly remarkable is that though she didn't obtain everything she desired, by the conclusion, she had effectively become second in command, having eliminated Goma and Degesu, gained Majin Ku's trust and earned his attention. So she essentially emerged victorious in the end. First appearance, Dragon Ball DAIMA episode 1, Conspiracy. And in the majority of Dragon Ball DAIMA, Bulma is hardly considered one of the top villains in the anime. He often proves to be a timid coward, easily influenced by Arinsu without realizing her schemes. However, things take a different turn once he obtains the power of the evil third eye. Empowered by the mystical abilities of the third eye, Goma assumes the role of engaging with the principal characters in the anime. Remarkably, due to the eye's power, he consistently regenerates himself following any attacks. Not only does he confront both Vegeta in his Super Saiyan 3 state and Goku in his Super Saiyan 4 form, but he manages to tire them out. His downfall occurred when they successfully removed the evil third eye from him. However, his significant contributions in the last 3 episodes firmly establish him as the most impressive villain in